What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on? Let's get some music going. Ooh. Let's turn that up. How's everyone doing today? Let's see. What's gold doing? Gold is over here. Jumping around like crazy. For some reason my YouTube chat isn't working. No bueno. Alright, let's do this. Pop out chat from here. What's good, people? What's good? What's good? Rosie, welcome back. Thank you, thank you. I'm still like 60%, 70%, I'd call it 70%. But definitely getting there, definitely getting there. How's the music? Is it too loud? Just a little. Alright, that's too low. Alright, Echo, what's going on, Echo? Alright, sorry guys, just getting my stuff together. I wasn't sure if I was going to stream today, but I thought, you know what? I'm okay-ish. Don't want to miss too many days, you know? Don't want to miss too many days. I did catch some nice trades yesterday. Some nice trades. Alright, so let's do a breakdown. So gold today is bullish. Gold today is bullish. But we are still in this range. So I had this range marked out. We're bullish today. This is the range I think gold is going to be playing up until maybe the end of the year. Maybe. And only be to the end of the year unless the US government opens, which it most likely will. It most likely will, because the military gets paid on the 15th every month, and they can't, you know, America can't afford not to pay their military. You know, they're so, you know, patriotic. They're not gonna have their military not getting paid, and it's not good. They're fighting for your country and stuff. So I do think, well, they're going to have a provision to at least pay the military. So maybe the 15th, by the 15th of this month, there might be something to look out for. That's what I believe anyway. But this is a range I think gold is going to be playing. So obviously it's held at this resistance here when we dropped on Monday. Had a nice drop on Monday. And then this is the lows of the structure. I mean, 4 hours still creating higher lows. But I still think gold pulls back some more. Because there's nothing fundamentally too bullish for gold right now. So nothing's too bullish, nothing's too bearish. We're just going to range. All right. So 4 hours broken this low. If it flips bearish, closes bearish, then we're going to have another lower high. And I think 4 hour comes back down. So even though believe gold is going to consolidate, I'm still thinking it's going to sell down to the range anyway. So if it does push up, I want to see what happens at this 4 hour resistance, 39.92. It might spike into the 4,000s. I don't think it stays in the 4,000. I think it pushes up and then it drops back down, honestly. So currently we have 30-minute resistance here, 39.80, and a support at 39.58. And yeah, just need to see what happens with gold now. If it's going to break out, let's put the 4 out over here. There we go. Boom. Oh, that's the gap. The gap that needs to get filled at some point. Alright, so pound yen is currently bullish. Look at GJ. So it nearly filled the gap. Where's the chat? They said GJ finally filled this gap. It nearly. I need the whole gap filled, okay? For me to say GJ's filled this gap, I need the whole gap filled. I think today is just a little retracement. I still think GJ has further down to go. I want this gap filled properly. I need a whole wick or a candle body through this whole gap. We went halfway yesterday. I need the rest today. Or not today, but I need the rest. I need the rest filled, okay? I need all of this gap filled. All of it. Wow, it's cold. Alright, so we have a patience. Hello, bias for USD. Give me 1 second because I just went over gold. But let me just do GJ and then I got you. We will go back to gold, I promise. I don't see any trades on GJ just now anyway. I'm just marking it up. But gold is going to be, I think, where we take any trades. Look at GJ. It's not really saying anything. So don't worry about GJ today. But I still mark it up because, you know. Alright, kind of looks like a inverted head and shoulders right here. Okay, so yeah, nothing going on. So gold, I'm waiting for some gold sells. I mean, look at the 30-minute time frame. We are more bearish than bullish at the moment. We're pushing up now, but I think we're just pushing up to then come back down and get the sells. I think we have news today as well. Forex Factory did go off, didn't it? Markets are just pulling back. I think so too. Oh, so we had ADP. Look at that, man. I'm so off. ADP at 115. ISM services PMI at 3. So what did gold do for ADP then? This was the ADP candle. Oh, no wonder gold was bugging. It was sort of up and down, didn't it? Wasn't it? I saw it drop. It's come back up. So how did ADP come out? Where's the numbers? Oh, so good numbers for ADP. This is good because Powell was talking about the job markets being low. So this is a good look. This is a good look for interest rates down the line, but we still need more data to come out. So at the moment, we do have more news. When's the news at 3? When was the last one? Let's check out ISM Services PMI. So October 3rd was the last one. The forecast is 50.7, which is just about good for the economy. If it comes out lower than 50.7, I think we get some gold buys. But I think we get gold buys like what happened on Monday. We get a push up and then gold comes back down. So when did I say the last one was? October 3rd. Alright guys, let's check it out. Let's see what happened. October 3rd. 3 o'clock. So this was the news here. It spiked down and then gold continued bullish. But the trend looked like it was very bullish. It had the reaction to the news. So like I said, over 50 is typically good for the economy. So this probably was quite bullish for USD temporarily, and then gold continued up. So let's see. Look at this 4-hour range on gold. Oof, 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 oof. It's not nice, is it? Alright. So now we just gotta wait for gold. I would like this candle to close bearish. So let's see. Let me show you the trades I took yesterday. Yesterday I took some nice trades. Where's my broker? I actually recorded it so I could make some content around it, and I just wasn't feeling good to do it. But I'm gonna show you I took some really good trades yesterday actually. So if you're in the Discord, you saw that I called the gold sells. Haroon, what's going on? What's going on? Alright, so the gold sells I took yesterday, and Benny too. Benny caught some of those sells. So I said that gold was gonna pull up. In fact, let me see if I can find the picture. So even though I wasn't streaming, I still tried to call a little move for us. Right, so my target was 39.70, and that was just for these sells. So I wanted gold to pull up, like retest either this broken support or this resistance area, just to pull up to the wicks and then continue down. And that is what gold did. So the move that I took, so this is the candle. This is where I took the picture and I drew the up, down, up, down, up, down. So it didn't even pull up much. Well, on the low time frames it did. So I got in at 39.80, 39.80 something. So it was around here. I had the stop loss was about 80 pips, I remember. So it's about 80 pips, and then I got out at 39.70. I actually got out. I think I took a 1-to-1. Yeah, so that was my trade yesterday. That was the first trade I took, just because I wanted gold to come down to this support. Hold on. Goods just had no, I'm not better. I'm still like snivelly, but you know, I don't want to miss too many days. You missed that trade. I was working. Yeah, I tried to call it. At least if I'm not streaming, I tried to be in the Discord and you know, say what I'm looking for. And I would have done that on stream anyway, because once price was falling like this, I wanted it to fill this range. We had this support here. So we had the support, and then really I didn't even hold all the way down to my TP. I should have. I don't know why I didn't. But yeah, this would have been a quick 100 pips. I think it from getting into the trade to it closing, it was probably about half an hour. It was. So I got in at 140 and I closed at 2. I could have just left it to drop. I mean, look, could have closed, and I don't like to do the coulda, woulda, shoulda, but really and truly I wasn't really trying to be at the charts like that because I wasn't feeling great. So even being in front of the PC was a bit long. And then I used the new strategy as well. I used the new strategy, and it was more sells. It was more sells, and it did bring me into a bit of drawdown, but it was still nice. So I got in at 355. 355. Oh, it was around here. So I'm gonna show you exactly. It was about here. 3, yes. All right, cool. And I got in at 39.66. All right, so yeah, this strategy is so clean, guys. I can't wait to show it to you guys. I can't wait. All right, so it did. All right, so basically, the trend was. I'm gonna share it when I've got a bit more data. Like, I don't want to call it in a stream. And so the data I'm looking for is obviously the win rate. So I still need to collect a bit more trades because I haven't really been feeling too well. I couldn't just sit. When I backtest, I sit in front of the computer for like an hour, 2 hours, and I'm just backtesting. I'm just clicking. I'm backtesting London session, NY session. I have a time to start, a time to stop, and then I'm collecting links for the charts, and I'm saying, you know, I'm commenting, this is what's happened, you know, there's a lot of questions. When I backtest, I have questions, and then I answer those questions like through the backtesting as well, and that's how I collect the data. But mainly the win rate, how long I'm in trades, things like that. And this is something I didn't want to call in the Discord because like it's still quite new, but I want to do forward testing as well. I want to test it on the live markets as well. I can risk my own money to do that, that's fine. But I will explain how I took this trade yesterday. So let me take this off because I know where I got in. So I was bearish yesterday, bearish on gold. Obviously I took the sells earlier. Now how it works is you have a low. If you're looking for sells, I was here. This is the low in the structure, right? So this is the low in, I might break this down and do a little YouTube video actually. So this is the low right here, because you go up, down, up, down, up. So I need price to break this low. So once price breaks this low, I'm looking for a retracement. I'm looking for a retracement to this zone right here. This zone right here. So it's the bullish candle before the drive down that broke the low. Yeah. So what I do is, because this bearish candle broke that high, I had my stop loss above this wick right here. So that's just where I put it, because it's like a, no, it's the start of the structure. It's the start of the drive down. So I just put the stop loss above here. Right. So my entry, there's a couple entries you can take. First entry is a retest of this zone. A second entry could be a retest of it when if price closes in the zone, then when it pushes back out the zone. So it would be like a bearish candle. It would be, so the entry I took was the retest. No, it retested, closed bearish, and then I took an entry right when this candle opened. Like this. So it pulled up a little bit. It was like 55.97 if I want to be precise, because I'll show you anyway. So I got in as soon as this candle retested the area and then closes bearish, you get in on the next candle straight away. As soon as it opens, boom, it pulled up a little bit. All right, stop loss is above the zone. So as you can see, stop loss is 120 pips. Now there's two TPs that you can have, a 1-to-1. So you can have a 1-to-1 TP. Yo, Ash, I'm just breaking down this trade, this strategy that I've been practicing and using yesterday. So I don't know if you want to just go back maybe a couple minutes and I'll show you how, and you just see how I got to here. To 1-to-1, or you could do a 1-to-2. So initially I had a 1-to-2, but it was taking forever. As you can see how long it took to play out. It took forever. All right, so this should have been my exit right here. 1-to-2, could have held it. 240 pips, 120 pips, stop loss. Right. The second entry I could have taken could have been, you know, when price came back in and then closed back out, would have been like here and closed back outside of the range. But because it was so close to my old entry, I didn't want to take it. And it not would have been in drawdown, but if price was making lower highs and, you know, I was in profits, I probably would have added another entry. Yeah. But what I ended up doing was, as the trade started moving in my direction, and it started making lower highs, I actually reduced my stop loss because I didn't want it to swing up and break this high here. So my stop loss became 50 pips, and then I just closed at like 120 pips. So I still closed the 2-to-1. Because I reduced my stop loss, but really and truly I should have left it down to 1-to-2. But I mean, if you see how long this trade would have taken, if this trade would have taken, where's the ruler? It felt like a really long trade. So 2 hours 45 minutes to get 200 pips, not bad. But I closed it around here. Did you add a few? No, I didn't add any positions. So I still, if I'd waited an extra half an hour, I could have got another 100 pips. So I was in it for about 2 hours. 2 hours. That was the trade. So I did record it. So I will do a video, a quick breakdown of it, so you can see how I did it. It pretty much covered what I did here anyway. But it was a nice trade. So the strategy does work well. Like I said, I did go into a bit of drawdown, so it was about 100 pip drawdown. All I did was just check on it periodically. I had it just recording on another screen, my C Trader. But I think if price was, say I got in up here, and then price came down, and then if I was in profits and then price pulled back and I got another entry, I would have added another position. So in fact, so this was, stop loss was about up here, yeah? So when price, what you can do to add positions is you can continue to mark up new zones. So price pulled up, this is the new low here, right here, that's the new low. So the new zone would be here, this bullish candle. Wait, is that right? Yeah, I did have a new zone. No, it's not right. So this is the low that was broken. So it was actually here. Now this is where it was. That's why I reduced my stop loss. Yeah, sorry. See, this is why I can't teach it just yet. I still need more practice. Yes. All right. Right here. So I had this low. It was broken after price swung down from here. You see, it broke the low. And then I would have needed price to pull back and retest this supply zone. and then I could have got in after a retest like that. But again, I would have been in drawdown, so I wouldn't have wanted to add positions in drawdown here. And then look, 100 pips, and then I could have had a 200 pip stop. I mean, 100 pip stop loss, 200 pip TP, and then boom. If price had swung up and then retested this level right here, and then come down. So yeah, in fact, no, why is my TP up there? TP would have been just above here, sorry. And then I could have done a 2-to-1. So the risk to reward is always 1-to-1 or 2-to-1. Boom. So that would have been that trade there. Does that kind of make sense? Does it kind of make sense? Like I said, I'm going to do a video and properly break it down with how to find the areas. And I'm going to have to rewatch. Don't worry, I got you. I can't make any videos like this, sounding like this right now. But I will. I'm planning on it. I'm recording the content to do so. So that's how it works. So now today, if I was looking for a trade using that strategy today, it's very difficult because price is ranging. So obviously if you've got an uptrend, then you're looking for a pullback. If you've got, hold on. If it's an uptrend, you're looking for a pullback to a demand zone. If you're bearish, then you're looking for a pullback to a demand zone, supply zone. But what can we see with gold right now? It's just ranging. We've gone down, we're coming up. Like it's a bit, there's no clear range right now. So earlier I would have been looking for maybe buys at the start of the day. So I believe there was actually a trade during Asian session. There was an entry, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there was. All right, so, and this can work in every session because I've been sleeping all day. I've been up too late as well. It's just been rough. All right, so this is the high here. You had a low here. If price had broken the low, then I would have continued looking for sells, but we have these kind of highs, we have a support, so you can add more confluences. So this would be, so this is the support here. It's like a 5-minute support area, of course, as you can see, we're not blind. This would be 5-minute support. Yeah, what's gold doing? I'm keeping an eye on gold, guys. Gold is not doing a thing right now. All right, so you got your 5-minute support. So these are things that you can add on, obviously, to confirm your strategy in your trade. Got this 5-minute support, and obviously it's holding right here, isn't it? We had a bit of range in towards the end of the day. Cool. This is the high, the most recent high. So when you're marking up, you're looking for the most recent levels. This is the high. So once this high is broken, we're waiting for the pullback. We're waiting for the pullback from the high so we can find the demand zone, which would have been right here. So it's the bearish candle before we've had the push up, which is right here. Boom. Supply zone. I mean demand zone, sorry. Demand zone. So the demand zone is the bearish candle before the bullish push up to break the high. Then you wait for the retest of the zone, which is, where is it? Right here. You have stop loss at the bottom of the zone, and then you can go for your 2-to-1. Obviously, depending on the stop loss, your TP varies, but you see that? Quick and easy. Now, if you wanted to, you could hold it. You could have held it. So that's another thing that I'm looking at in back testing is, can I hold to like the recent highs? Do you know what I mean? Rather than just the 2 to 1. I could move to this high. I could look at this high here to the left. Do I want it to retrace all the way up to these highs and just hold? You know what I mean? Look, that would have been 380 pips. That would have been a 10 to 1. It's a bit crazy, that. And this is Asian session 2, so I definitely wouldn't have been up. But, you know, I'm back. I'm looking at all of these things. I'm looking at all of these things when I'm back testing as well. But you see how you get in? So, like I said, this morning, or earlier on, I was considering the buys. But I'm also thinking, I'm looking at the structure to the left. We're still below these highs over here. And then now we started to pull back. So, you know me, I'm thinking more sells on gold at the moment. I'm still looking at more sells. You can even do like trend lines if you wanted. So there's a couple things you can add to it. But I'm thinking more sells. Let's see, on the, let's see, we're all making highs. I don't know. But if I was to mark it up right now, it is kind of looking bullish. What I'd have to do is look at a break here. Wait for this break. If this breaks, need a pullback. But it hasn't broken yet, so this, we need a candle, a 5-minute candle to close above this high. If we're looking for buys, it's gonna pull back to this demand zone. But this candle has to close above. And then what you can do is you can either have a very aggressive entry, like so, when you get in as soon as price retests the zone. Or a more conservative entry would be price retesting, and then you get a bullish candle closing above, and then you get in on the next candle. So it'd be like 3 candles. It would be 3 candles. I'll show you what I mean. If it works out, I'll show you what I mean. Let's see though. Let's see. Does that make sense though? Does that make sense? I was really prepared to talk about it. I'm still in the learning stages a bit, you know? I'm still in the learning stages. I like it. Good stuff. Gonna check it out. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you think, guys? What do you think? Doesn't seem too complicated, right? You have a trend. So look, we've got the candle to close above. We need the retest. We need a retest. Now, if we don't get a retest and price keeps pushing up, then what do? We just adjust the demand zone. We just adjust the demand zone. To the next high. So that's a high here. Boom. You know what I mean? Dependent on, but the rule is you use the most recent demand from when you get to the markets. I was looking at sells from 39.80. Alright, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, this little resistance here. I can't call it a little resistance. Let's see if it works in real time. I want to see how this candle closes though. This coming up to the new 4-hour candle about to open. I think we might get a lower high, to be honest. You know me, I'm still thinking sells. Still thinking sells. Either sells or maybe push up to this 4-hour resistance. I like the 4-hour resistance. All right. Harun is saying the sells from 39.80. Let's see if gold gives us the retest. We're gonna forward test the strategy today. So long to charge. If you guys ever want to share any charts as well, just throw it in the Discord and I will put it in the Discord. You know, we can analyze it on stream. You know, any analysis. Share your thoughts, man. Share your thoughts, share your analysis, share your ideas. It's always better to see things, see the charts on the screen. You know? Oh shit. Mr. Retest. So if he was aggressive now, the next entry would be as soon as this candle closes, boom, entry there, and then we'd look for a 2 to 1 like so, or the conservative entry would be if this candle closes bullish and then we take an entry on the next candle. But we did it get the, yeah, kind of got the retest. Okay, so it needs to be the top of this, boom, right there, the top of that red candle. Obviously if it comes down into the zone, well, if it hits stop loss, we're out of the trade, right? How big was the stop loss? Stop loss is 47 pips. And that's one thing with this strategy, the stop loss varies. It does definitely vary. There's no set. It's just based on how big that bearish candle is down here. See how it plays out. Oh shit, I just realized it's the new 4-hour candle as well, so we need a bottom wick. This is gonna be fun. So that's another thing to test. How does it work with the new 4-hour candle, you know? Do you want to take entries with a new higher time frame candle? All we need to do is survive the bottom wick, really. And you know, gold is very sometime-ish with its bottom wicks at the moment. Could be a long one. How do you guys backtest? Do you just, you know, keep taking trades, or do you make notes of like what's happened, what hasn't happened, like take notes of things that you see? Do you like take notes of the time? Boom, boom. Oh, coming down. You said I take every trade and note the conditions and group what works best and what doesn't. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'm quite specific with my back testing. Nice, nice. Alright, so here we could take another entry right here. 62 pip stop. What's that? Where's 2 to 1? Boom. Could that be closed bullish outside of the range? And then you take the break of the high, or just when the candle opens. This might sound crazy, but do you think gold will give yesterday's daily a top wick? Where's the daily? It could do, because I think gold plays this. I think gold is playing this whole range here. Oh, pardon me, sorry. One sec. Un momento. Alright, so where's yesterday's daily wick? It could, because this is the range that I'm looking at on gold anyway. So the high is, where did I say it was? It's this whole 4-hour range, isn't it? and this is yesterday's high. So yeah, it could do, because I think gold plays to maybe back to this 4-hour resistance, like a slow trickle up. I was thinking at least gold might push up to this 4-hour resistance here. So this first one, if it breaks above, then maybe to the next one. But this is the highest I'm looking for gold to go at the moment. 4,025, 26. Boom, boom. Alright, let's see gold. Let's see what gold's trying to do here now. So this is where we'd get into the next trades. Let's see if it flips. So one rule I know that I'm gonna have is not to take another entry in drawdown. So gold has to be adding positions in profit. You know? Like, that's how it would have to be. Don't forget we have news in an hour as well. Don't forget we have news in an hour. Well, we're back in profit in one trade. So we've got another 5-minute candle. Retested the demand zone and still closed outside of it. Let's see if we can get a 2-to-1 on both of these trades. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's 120 pips and 94 pips. That would be nice. Would be nice. Lovely jubbly. It would be. It would be. I'm glad I could show you guys in real time as well. There might be a potential that we get to take more trades using this strategy. Now, obviously, they ain't all going to be winners. And like I said, the stop loss sizes, it really varies depending on the entry. What's that stop loss? Can't see clearly. So there's two. There's two. So one is... Alright, take that one off. So this is the safe entry here, which has a bigger stop loss, 62 pips. And the stop loss is at 39.71. And TP's not up here at 120 pips, 39.89. And then this one, which was the first entry we took, is 71.24. So both stop losses are the same. They're going to be below... They're below this bearish candle's bottom wick. And then you have a 2-to-1 risk reward. So, I mean, if you wanted to just be super safe, you just have your stop loss at 39.71 flat. Just leave it there. Because obviously the broker's going to be... The broker will be slightly different from TradingView as well. So... So if you had both positions open now, you'd be up. That's 16 pips and 29, so about 46 pips. And then obviously, if you are planning to take multiple entries, you do need to think about how you're going to manage your risk. If you're going to split, you know, split your risk in two, because you're not always going to get multiple entries. You're not always going to get multiple entries. Because this, to be honest, this entry is like, it's the same high that was broken. This is where we've taken two entries off the same demand zone, basically, if that makes sense. When really what we should do, or what we could do, is have, look, we've got a new high here. Wow, that line is really big. So we've got this high here, and then we'd have a new demand zone. Wait, where's the top? I can't see nothing. There's way too much on this chart right now. Is that the top wick? Hold on. Okay, yeah, I see it. Alright, sorry guys, the chart is looking crazy right now. But this would be the new, if this candle closes above the next minute and a half, then this would be the new demand zone right here. Jeez, there's way too much going on right now. What am I doing? Alright, so boom. So this would be the new demand zone. And then if you're just going to keep stacking entries, it would be when price retests here. And then you'd have another 50 pips for another 100. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm going to take this off because there's just a lot going on right now. So this is it. This is, if I was in this is what I'm doing right here. That's a 2 to 1. Alright, what do you think, guys? We're gonna break 39.80. 39.80. Alright, so even though gold pushed above, it hasn't closed above this next area yet, so I wouldn't have this as a demand zone. So price has to push up and close above it. Ooh, just about closed above. Just about. I'm gonna take that off just to clean up the chart a little bit. Alright, so we're breaking a 4-hour high. Right, so if you're using both these entries, you'd be up like 55 pips. Has anyone taken the trades? Any second entry? Nice, nice. Echo next time. Cool. Benny's risk is insane. And then another thing with this strategy as well, 39.80 level holding, It is. It is. It is. I kind of think it's gonna go past that level, to be honest. I think it's gonna go past. But another thing with this strategy is I'm using it on the 5-minute time frame, but you can use it over multiple time frames. You can use it on the 30-minute. You can use it on the 1 hour. You can use it on the 4 hour. So there's a lot of people I know that are working, you know, working full time, don't have time to spend at the charts. But if I can teach them this on like the 4 hour time frame, all they got to do is mark up, maybe set alerts, set limit orders, because you're waiting for pullbacks to your levels, right? And then you're good to go. Good to go. So I'm gonna back test it on higher time frames. I think I'm gonna back test it on the 4 hour time frame. 4 hours the time frame I'm gonna look at. But I kind of like this continuing up because we're breaking a 4 hour high here. Got a bottom wick. I think we at least fill this 4 hour wick to the left, or at least this range to the left. I think we push up. I think we push up. As long as these 5-minute candles keep, they're trending bullish right now, aren't they? No, they're not breaking lows, they're breaking highs. I think we go up a little bit more. Don't worry, Benny. If I was in, I would have closed by now. Alright, so both of these trades will be up 75 pips now, about 75 pips, if you take them both entries. See how this 5-minute candle closes. It is really holding around these levels here, isn't it? Boom, 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 boom. GJ, respecting this resistance. I think GJ comes back down, to be fair. Go on, Goldie, push. Yeah, it's breaking Asian highs. Lovely, 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 lovely. There's Asian highs at. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that continuation pattern as well. Look at this continuation pattern on the 30-minute. It's breaking this resistance. Oh, that's a little drop. Alright, got a new 5-minute candle opening. So I'm anticipating maybe a retest. So this is the new zone here now. I was in buys, but I got out too early because I wasn't sure of my entry. Oh no, no, no. What was your what was your TP? Was it yesterday's? Was it the top wick? Was it yesterday's high? Was it the top wick for yesterday? You was thinking? And when I exited, that's when it pushed. Oh, I hate when that happens. You gotta let us know the signal though, man. That's another buy entry right there. First 39.87, then 405. Oh, you going for 1,000 pips a day, huh? I like 40. I like 39.87 though. I like that I like that. I like the top of this area here. I do. I think goal's gonna keep going. There we go. Watch it push now. Push! Push! So how much you up now, Benny? For the second entry, 50 pips? About 50 pips? About 50? About 50 pips. Clean. Let's fucking go. Let's go. What's the difference between these two entries? One is like, it's like 20 pips, 15 pips in between the entries. Not bad. Come on, re-break the high and go. So it's broken the high and the low with this 5 minute, but to be honest, on the 5 minute, that doesn't really mean much to me. These little time frames, lower time frames, doesn't really matter. What do you reckon? Let's see. Let's hold it all the way to news. See if it pushes all the way up. I know when you're back testing, you can just skip these candles. That's another thing I'm looking for, like the average length of the trade. Obviously, with a smaller stop loss, you know, you hit your TPs probably a lot quicker. Stop loss or TP a lot quicker because they're a lot smaller, innit? But right now, these TPs are what? 94 pips, 120 pips. You're gonna expect to hold a bit longer. But so far it's been, how long has it been? It hasn't really been that long. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes for the first trade, 15 for the second. Oh yes, Goldie. Go. This is beautiful. What do you guys think of the strategy? You think we running it up? Are we gonna run this strategy? Oh man, let me not get loud. Are we running it? %. Alright, let's go. Let's get it then. Let's get it. Why is it not? So yes, of course, but for my brain I probably need a vid and watch it a few times. Oh yeah, I got you. I'm like that too. I need to, if I'm ever studying something or practicing, I need to watch it over and over. I need to make notes, and then when I'm applying it, I need to go back to my notes and then keep doing it. Yo, I even have to write down which one is supply, which one is demand, just so I know what's what, because even that I'm a bit like, you know, which one's which. But I like sticky notes and, you know, note cards and that. I got a whole tray full of sticky notes. You guys, I don't play with my sticky notes, yo. Look, let me show you my sticky notes. Let me show you my sticky notes. Look, look. Oh yeah, so many. So many sticky notes on my shelf. Anytime I need to write something, it's like, yep, sticky notes. Alright, where we at? So, in total, this move, both trades would be about 120, nearly 130 pips up right now. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, gold. We out of here. Same. Yes. We out of here. Trade's moving nice. It's 150 pips now. And you know what's crazy? If I was looking at, like, alright, so looking at it on this time frame here, there's still there is a setup here as well, but my entry would have been a break of this high, and I don't even like to buy into resistance. I say it all the time, but with the 4 hour breaking the high and then anticipating this wick fill, I probably would have taken a break of this high, the continuation pattern, entry candle as a stop loss, even previous 90 pips, and then held for like 90 pips, or tried to hold for 90 pips. So there was still an entry using the old strategy anyway. Oh, is that TP1? Is that the first TP hit? Let's fucking go. Yes. That's TP1 hit. Alright, so that's out the way. Alright, now second trade, TP. Let's go. Let's go. I like that. So we hit one. So that first one was, what's that? Quick 94 pips, quick 95 pips. And that wasn't that long, to be fair. That really wasn't that long. This was not a long trade at all. This was 25 minutes. 25 minutes. All right, we've got NYSE open right now. Was that a 2 to 1? Yeah, it was a 2 to 1. So very, very nice risk reward on this stuff too, man. Real nice. What do you reckon? We'll hit TP before news in 30 minutes? Alright, we've broken the high. I'm also thinking about like reducing stops for this trade, for these trades. So like we've got this demand zone here, obviously, and then the stop loss is here. But if we've come down, we've got a new demand zone, right? We've got we've got a new demand zone. So could I move my stop loss up to the most recent lows there? Is that a thing I could do? I'm also considering that, like looking at that when I'm back testing. How to reduce my risk, especially if I'm adding positions. Especially, we're gonna learn together, guys. We're gonna learn together, guys. We're gonna, you know, we're gonna learn together. Alright, so we're getting a decent bottom wick for this 30-minute right here. You're telling me we're not trying to fill this wick? Come on, be nice. Be nice. At least retest this 4-hour resistance right here, 40.91. Also, something I need to do, am I going to move my stops to break even, or am I just going to let the trade run? Now, yesterday when I was in the trade, I reduced my stop loss because it just made sense because of the structure of the market, because gold started making lower highs. I was like, I don't want the structure to, obviously I want the structure to remain bearish, and if it flips bullish, flips to a bullish structure or continues a bullish structure, then obviously it's not really a good sign. So yeah, I just wanted to just leave it. I wanted to reduce the stop, and then if it broke this high, I would have been out of the trades. Okay, it's made its bottom. Look where it retested 39.80 and then pushed back up. Good old gold. Go on, gold. To the moon, gold, to the moon, to the moon. Ashley, I'm upset with you for getting out of this trade, you know. Why, girl? Why? Why? I need some more water. Not gonna lie, my head is banging. Me too. Oh man. But you know, you live to see another day. So the day's not over yet. Still so much time left. So much time left in this trading day. So much time left. Trading day is not over. Do you know what I'm thinking as well? Like, remember that this is a new demand zone right here. So we're back to getting news releases. No, we're not. It's only specific ones that aren't reliant on the government. So government releases are, see, ADP is not a government company. It's something like automatic data processes or something like that. But they handle all payrolls for like jobs across. They handle a lot of payrolls. That's what their job is. And then service, ISM services, PMI, that's not government stuff. But anything government related, so your non-farms, unemployment rates, What else is government related? CPI is government related. Those are the only things that are still not being dropped. Are still not dropping. Anything government related. GDP, I believe, is government related. Look, PPI, retail sales. So your stuff like consumer sentiment, I don't believe that's government related, because that's like surveys and shit like that. Services PMI is usually near its 50 benchmark. Yeah, it is. So yeah, look, all PMIs, they're not government related. I was saying that earlier, like last PMIs that came out were, it missed last time, but not by much, and gold dropped and then continued, but the trend was bullish at the time. The trend was bullish. I'm gonna try and get the video done by this weekend. I just need to get rid of these snivels, and I feel a bit stuffed. I'm a bit stuffy, so I'm gonna try. Otherwise, I might do a video using an AI voice. Honestly, nah, I can't do that. It doesn't feel authentic. No, I couldn't do that. Sorry, let's get back to the charts. Look, we just keep coming back to retest 3980. I wonder if we'll pull back before news. I mean, still got 20 minutes left anyway. Gold is making some more structure. I mean, this is good because we've got all of these bullish candles pushing up right here. So what we do is, like, if we wanted to, depending on how much trades you want to take every day, and gold was going to continue pushing up, you could ride this bullish trend like as long as possible. I don't think I would like this as a zone though, because the candle is quite big, isn't it? How big is this? That's not that bad, 50 pips. So now if gold breaks here, we'll have a new supply zone, demand zone, sorry, new demand zone. Boom, boom. How far you going, gold? Oh, let me not put this up here. It's going to be a bit confusing. Too much lines on the chart. I'll put it over here. How far did this trade get? So this one's at 30 pips. Benny, did you lock some in yet? This trade got to what, 83 pips? It's 83 pips. But then don't forget, we actually have this new demand zone right here. Oh, it's coming down. This would be like the new zone. This would be the new zone. So let's see, if it closes in the zone, we'd have to wait for a candle to break back out, and then you could potentially add another position. But generally, after a push, you're looking for a retest. So once this candle closes, if the next one pushes bullish, or you could just take an entry on the next candle. I wouldn't, but you could. But in terms of trend, if you think about it, you've got a bullish, like the daily's bullish, the 4 hours bullish. So gold is trending quite strongly right now. You know, when the higher time frames are with you, it's always a good thing. Always a good thing. Oh, we're gonna close back in the zone. No good. Price pushing back into Asian range. Oh, that's never good, is it? Oh yeah, right back into Asian range. Right back into Asian range. That's a big drop too. Look at that pullback. Oof. That's never good. It's never good. Never good. See, look, gold has been doing this quite consistently recently, pushing out of Asian range, Asian highs, and then pushing right back inside. Right? It really has been doing that. Like it's nothing. One 5-minute candle all the way back into the zone. Runner stopped out. Ah, that's a shame. I really don't like when that happens. So now if this candle manages to push back up and close back out, potentially take another entry, but I wouldn't. Like to me it would feel like over trading. I mean, you know, already in 2 entries. Like if this is what I was doing, I probably wouldn't add a 3rd position, or I wouldn't take another one. Even though I'm in one, I would be in one position now because the first one already hit TP. I wouldn't. And it depends. So think about the next position would be after this candle closes bullish and back outside the range. So then if that happens, the entry could be anywhere above this zone, right? And then the stop loss would have to be this low. So that's another 70 pips. It'd be about, at least, if it closed right here, it's minimum like 50 pip stop loss, 53 pip stop loss. So be aiming for like another 100 pips. So yeah, I probably wouldn't. 15 minutes to news. Is this a sign that the news might be bearish for gold? Is this a sign, you know, dropping back? What's mad is I'd like the push up, but I only like the push up until this 4-hour resistance like tops. I can still see gold dropping back down. I can still see gold coming back down. Like 100%. 100%. And if that's the case, I would have to wait for the 5-minute structure to turn bearish. So I need a bit of structure, like a lower high. I need it to make a low, pull back up, and then the low here, that's where I'd put I would need price to break there, and then I'll start looking for my zones on the other side for sells. And look, 4 hours bearish now. Hasn't actually come down to stop loss. But I mean, at this point, thinking about it, if I've closed one trade at 90 pips, there's no way I would let the second trade come all the way back down and close at 63 pips at a loss. I mean, it wouldn't make sense to only be up 30 pips for the day after being up at a total of, so 90 and say 80, 170 pips. You can't be up 170 pips and only collect 30. There's no way. There's no way. No way. No way. No way. Bernie said, hell no. Right? That's, oh shit. I don't want to do that. That's about to get stopped out. Well, this one didn't quite get there. So we got what, 1 out of 2 would have worked out nicely. 1 out of 2, 1 out of 2. And then I have to say to myself, would I have both trades going for 100 and, I mean, going for a 2-to-1? Or could I just look for a 1-to-1? Because I've got a second one, would I go for a 1-to-1 for the second one? That could have been, she's 30-minute breaking lows. Just move to H1. Let's see if it does the same. So look, let's see. This could be a 1-to-1. Would have been out of this trade already as well. So another thing to consider. Oof, look at that pullback. It just completely engulfed the previous 30-minute candle. Right back into Asian highs, Asian range. What do you guys think? That trade got to 120 pips. What would you do? Would you have let it run? Or would you have closed partials? Would you What would you do? What would you do? You'd have closed full once you got a certain amount of profits. I would have taken 100 pips and ran. As in the 100 pips in total over both trades. So like I said, it got to what, 170 at the highest. It literally came up, retested like these minor resistances to the left, and then just tanked. Hey, what is market predicting for news? Good question. Probably would have opened 2 position, closed 1, and put other BE. That's a good idea. It's a good idea. Let's see. Let's go to today. News in 7 minutes. That's right. So market is predicting. Where is it? High right here. Slightly lower, so 50.5. So last time it came out lower, but still above 50. Gold had a bit of a sell, and then it continued back up. So I don't think you saw when I went over it. So this was the move here. So gold sold right here, boom, and then trickled back up, and then continued pushing. Very slowly, but gold looked very bullish, well, on the day anyway. So yeah, and that was, see, look, third 51.8 came out at 50 on the dot. I like market, I like it. But I'll be honest with you, it hasn't really been giving me much headlines that I've been looking for that have been impacting the market. I can kind of anticipate if news is good or bad, how it will impact both pairs, especially gold. And it doesn't really, not to say it's bad or anything, but higher than forecast. Any news that comes out higher than forecast is always bearish for gold. News that comes out lower than forecast is always bullish for gold. That's like fundamentally basic. And then I've noticed with like the bias for the day, if you don't keep an eye on it, it switches a lot. So it's something you really have to come back and refer to. And then what I don't want to happen is I see a bias, and then I'm like, okay, and I stick to the bias, and then I come back and then it's switched, and then I have to switch. I'd rather let the market tell me that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure. I might not pay for it for a month, and then, you know, see how I get on without it, and then maybe come back to it. But like, it's not, what I did like about it is this whole, well, they keep changing the name of it. It was backtest fundamentals. It used to be candlestick analysis. Is you could, like, if something randomly happened in the market and there was a massive candle, then you could just click the candle and go, okay, why did that happen? But sometimes it's like, okay, it's already happened, so you haven't been warned beforehand. You can't anticipate when these things are going to happen again, so it's not really back testing. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just being a bit skeptical, but I don't think, see me, if I have to pay for something, if I'm paying for something, I have to be able to get my money back out of it. I don't think it's made me $50. I don't think it's made me $50, I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's made me $50. Like, Monday we had this push up on gold into this 4-hour level. it correctly predicted how much. It correctly predicted how the news was going to come out. Yes, it was bearish news or bad numbers. It was bullish for gold, but did it help me with any trades? No, it didn't. So I don't know. Did it help me that I knew how the news was going to come out? Not really. Not really. So actually, if you don't see it, it's gone. If you don't see it, it's gone. Alright, 2 minutes till news. How do you guys like this later time? I kind of like this later time, you know. I'm not gonna lie. And to be honest, I thought NASA would use it more. I thought NASA would use it a bit more because it has. This is another thing as well. It's got a whole market that I don't use. So I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm missing a lot of the features in it. Do you know what I mean? Look at all this equity stuff, all this stuff about calls and puts and all of that. All the stock stuff. I don't use it, so I don't think I'm getting the full value of it. What do you like about it? What do you like about it? Meaning I like the time change. Oh, okay. Yeah, me too. I feel like I really want to lean into the new 4-hour candle and, you know, news that's late, like 3 o'clock news. Yeah. I like it.
You see here, kid? You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before. You just gotta bend your knees, take a deep breath, and jump. And you might think, what if I fall? Well, what if you don't? What if you fly?
Alright, we engulfing? Are we engulfing? Meaning I like the time. Me too. Good. Okay. Yeah, alright, we'll start doing, you know, about 1-ish. 1 UK to about 3-ish. This 4-hour stays bearish. I think we're getting a drop, you know. Not gonna lie. So look, we're boom. So look, it's downtrend structure right here. I think we go down, man. I think we go down. Ooh. Yeah. Buy gold. Bye. 52.4. Oh, good numbers. Good numbers. Oh yeah, that's definitely bearish for gold. And do you know why it's bearish for gold as well? Because remember they're talking all that stuff about the economy and labor market and things like that. So anything that's good for the economy. In fact, no, that's not right. Typically good numbers is usually bearish for gold. Like, let me just put it that way. Typically it's good numbers. But if the economy is doing well, don't forget, all good stuff about the economy is going to make the Feds lean towards reducing interest rates in December. But they're still relying on a lot more news to come out. We still need a bigger picture of the jobs market. We still need, you know, NFP. We need inflation. We still need all of that. Okay, GJ breaking the 4-hour high, pushing up. Nice clean range. Think GJ retraces all of this? It's kind of giving heads and shoulders right here. You got left shoulder, head, right shoulder. It looks cleaner on the 1 hour. We ain't got no top wick on this candle. Do you know what? There's no point looking at this. $29.66. Alright, so you see this right here? We've had the drop. This is the low. If we're talking new strategy and gold is going to continue bearish, that's the low. It's the most recent low. It's been broken. This needs to get out of the way. And then this is the zone right here. But what I do is always put it above like the high. It's a big, it looks big. Probably looks bigger than it is. 60. Alright, so if I get a retest, well, this candle has to also close below. It has to close below the low right here. And then the trade would be boom. If you have a bearish bias, like that. That's cute. Oh, well, we're not closing below, so that's no goods. This is no good yet. You need price to close below this area here. I've got a bit of a gap as well on my broker. A bit of a gapiana. Alright, so no good, no good, no good. Didn't close below the low. Hey. Alright, gold is effing around, and I don't want to find out. Alright, but guys, it's been fun. It's been fun. It's been fun. It's been fun. I have a gap too. This reminds me of PMI from the other day when we had that gap. Right. And then gold might just blast off to the moon now, innit? Gold might just blast off to the moon. Do you know what that reminds me of? Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave it here, guys. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave it here. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. It's been fun. We'll take some more trades using the strategy on stream. Well, we'll paper trade it, or if you guys want to take it, you can take it, and I'll let you know when I take it as well. Today's structure on gold, because it's so, I said at the beginning of the stream, it's a bit rangy on the 5 minute. Like, you know, we were bearish here, then we're bullish here. We're bullish to start the day. This isn't the, I don't feel like this is the best structure for the strategy. But, I mean, if we just gone with the first trade, that would have been a nice 90 pips. Would have been a nice 90 pips. Obviously, Benny caught some, which was good. If anyone else took the trade, then good for you too. But I'm gonna be working on risk management, how I'm gonna how am I going to manage multiple positions and stuff like that. But the purpose of looking at both of those trades was so you could see both entries, conservative entry and then the conservative entry and the aggressive entry. So the first one was aggressive because you just take the wick. As soon as the candle wicks into your zone, you take the entry. Conservative one is you wait for a candle to close outside of your zone, and then you take that one. And then the last entry is a break of the high, a break of the candle. So yeah, I didn't get to show the third entry, but we'll keep on going over it. We'll practice on stream, we'll do our markups, and yeah, see, we can learn together. And then this weekend I'll just spend back testing and then hopefully try to create a video for everybody. But I needed that 5-minute strategy, and I like it. I do like it. But yeah, guys, it's been real. Thanks for joining. Peace out, and I will see you tomorrow around this time. I'll see you guys around. Thanks, Ash. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the Discord. Haroon, no problem. Echo, bye. Peace out, peeps.